pinansin. Ito na, nagcha-chat kami ngayon. Sabi niya, "Need ba pumasok?" Sabi ko, "Wala tayo daw rep eh." Tapos bigla ako nahila. Sabi niya, "Andyan ka naman pala, kaya mo na yan." Walang nagsabi sa akin, sabi niya.
Nag-chat nga ako sa mga
Siguro hindi nga
managers.
siya nagbabasa.
Ipin na rin yung captain namin eh.
Good night, ma'am.
Ako na ata.
Wala rin yung captain nyo. Wala daw
Sabihin
sa
ko na lang.
manager's chat, tinanggalan mo ata ng role eh.
Ako nga pala from last week.
Kahirat ko eh.
Sa baba. Hindi ko pa
Sabihin ko na lang kay Brent. I-PM na lang sa akin yung mga trash talk na kailangan sabihin. Send yun na lang yung trash talk. Forward ko sa ibang captains.
Nawala daw yung manager's chat niya. Kasi natanggalan na role.
No, in fairness naman, ay nga, tinanggal nga siya.
Hindi daw niya nakikita.
Oo nga pala. Wait, are we live already?
Yeah, we're live.
Hindi niya nakikita daw.
If he wants to join here, he can just go to a voice room. I'll drag him.
Pasok
Yung ayoko
sa
lang,
any voice.
ang ayoko lang kasi is a random person just jumps in. Okay, so we're live.
Eh kung...
Ayan, andito na siya.
Ayun na si Rap. Nako, natanggalan ng role. Hindi nakita ang announcement.
Hindi, simple. It's just simple. We're live, by the way. Let me just fix this. We have viewers.
Mic check,
here.
Rap. Mic check.
Wala kayo dyan.
Ikaw na bahala, Rap, ha? Nanood lang ako.
Matutulog na ako eh.
Pwede ka
Ano
naman
ba?
matulog. Hindi naman
Hindi
Dito
naman
naman daw si
required.
Eric.
Oh, andito naman siya. Okay lang.
Walang sabihin ko, Rap. Kalakuhan natin.
Okay, so give me a moment. I believe that we are live now. We have 14 viewers, and then andyan si Ice Antman, Ramcor, and si Jasper. No, I am accompanied with. Do we have anyone else waiting? Saan po pala mag-join? Oh, what's this? Why is this open? Sorry about that.
What on earth is going on?
Okay, so let's just give sorry about the delay. Something came up. But we are more or less almost ready. We're just waiting, I think, for one more person who wants to join the panel right now. But yeah, we have how many now? Oh, we have 18 viewers now. So yeah, this is the night, no? Everyone finds out the truth. Move to okay. Okay, so andito na yung last supposedly si the representative from the Raldon Smashers, no? So yeah, wait ha. Okay. I think I can display this first for everyone para naman may makikita sila. Yan, no? I think it can be shown on stream. So I will be editing this as we go. Okay? So anyways, before we move further, I made an effort to really invite representatives per team because, you know, we don't know what the results will be. Well, of course, I know it, as well as my fellow staff, Choco Pao, who has been doing wonders and work for the betterment of this league. And on that note, I wanted to invite the other representatives of the different teams in order to, you know, give a speech or somewhat. Kasi nga, it's quite an achievement to get past 11 rounds of a tournament in itself, no? That's 11 weeks or more kasi some weeks were lasted 2 weeks for whatever reasons. And so I the first one I want to call out, I want to mention, I want to give the stage first to them because they are our, well, we have several guest teams, but they are our biggest guest team right now, no? So I'd like to call on si Earl, the representative of Mesagoza. Yeah, Mesagoza Mascaras. So welcome,
Hello.
Earl. Can you just
Thank
tell
you.
us a little about yourself?
Okay, is it okay before that can I give some shout outs
Of
to my
course. You're very
Okay.
much welcome. Go ahead.
Okay, so shout outs to Jomari, best team captain and mentor to some of our members kasi marami kaming newbies like Ken and Antonio. And I would like to give a shout out to Robert and Josh, Bab and Josh rather. There are our comic reliefs, a la Pork Chop Duo. So, Alan, happy birthday. Enjoy your very special day today. Ken, thank you very much for creating the MM team logo. Ken Arnie, best of luck in competing there with the Aussies. Baka makikita ka na namin sa Pokemon VGC streams sa YouTube. So, Mustang Sinulog Festival. Take care always. Kirby for the meme guy in MM with the I didn't hear no bells meme. James, safe travel. Salawud always. Antonio, thank you for joining MM. Dom is proud, and we are proud of you also. And lastly, the mother figures, Cats. It depends if lechon manok or lechon bread ang celebration natin sa MM, pasok or hindi. Yun.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Nakita ko yan.
Okay, thank you very much for inviting us here sa Negros, most specifically in Bacolod for the PPTL as a guest team. So without these players, we can't join, of course. And also, I'm thanking everyone for trusting Neo Pokemon VGC to organize Pokemon VGC tournaments every month, some in local tournaments. So we always do that every third Sunday of the month. And there, thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, so for everyone who's not aware, Earl is one of the great movers of their local scene over there. And since I have you here right now, I want to ask you a few questions now, which I will also ask the other representatives that are present here. So, Earl, so I unfortunately due to your busy schedule, you could not compete this time around, no. But nonetheless, I wanted to ask you, what's your experience thus far in managing or leading your team, as well as anything you can share with the rest of all of us here, as well as the audience that you want to forward on behalf of your team.
Ah, the experience is very good. So it feels like molding a lump of clay to make a Pikachu vase. So thank you, Peeps, for the patient and for trusting our system from local competitors to teammates. So that's one of the biggest challenges in forming them kasi yung una is they feel like they're still competing and they're doubting everyone's skills kasi maraming baguhan. And after few weeks, they begin to form a camaraderie between them. So it's a very good experience and they want to join these more seasons to come.
Well, that's great to hear, no? Because that's actually one of the reasons why I made such a league to bring the different parts of this country together for Pokemon. And in that regard, I want to call on the representative of Levincia Leviathans this time. Unfortunately, their captain is too busy, but nonetheless, as always, they are prepared. And tonight we have Ashenfield here. So, Ashenfield, could you introduce yourself briefly?
Yeah, hello. I'm Ashen Field. Ako po ay ang hindi ko alam kung anong official role ko sa amin eh. Pero more or less, ako po yung taga-bulong ni Tatin, everything. Ayan, I'm part of the Levincia Leviathans and mostly gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, ako po yung whisperer ni Tatin.
Okay. Well, I have one question for you. I think this is the best question to ask you, no? Considering what your team has gone through. Considering that your team started last season and it was like a ragtag sort of team, but now you have proven yourselves to be, well, as your team name says, Leviathan. So, normally, people would be so discouraged after having a debut season that wasn't, the best of the best, but you and the rest of your group were able to conquer that mountain, no? So what advice do you think you can give to those who are hesitant to join this kind of league, especially knowing that there's going to be another season coming around?
I think, well, there are times na, well, ako, for me and for the other members before, there are times na nakaka-demotivate since talagang nung last season, almost losing streak talaga, as in lagapak talaga eh. But, Pokemon is such a fun game na despite the losses, may learnings ka pa rin na makukuha eh. And of course, with Tatin and of course, John and the other members of the Leviathans, kahit na ragtag team nga, sabi mo nga ragtag team yung Leviathans last season, we established yung friendship. Nakabuo kami ng friendship between all of us and that urged us to continue playing. And now, kahit pa paano lumabang kami this season.
Yeah, and I actually really like that lumaban kayo, no? Kasi that's one of the founding principles of why this league was created, to increase the level of this country in terms of its VGC talent. And speaking of talent, I want to call on, I'm honestly not sure who is to be speaking on behalf of their team because two of them, out of confusion, are present here tonight, no? So, whoever is the representative for the Lumious Titans, just speak out right now and introduce yourselves.
Ako na pala, no?
Yan talaga yung champion natin. He recently won the Expanding Force Tournament. This is Rap from the Lumious Titans. So, Rap, can you briefly introduce yourself?
So, I'm Rap. Yan, tanggalin niya na yung suspension ko. Tapos tsaka ako magsasalita. Joke lang.
Okay.
So, I'm Rap. Ako yung current manager, team leader ng Lumious Titans. Yun lang.
Okay, so for all of you who don't know, I've known Rap for a very long time and I think he's the best example that I can really give that hard work does pay off. Kasi ang galing niya sa VGC and I've seen him grow throughout the years. And I think he's the best one I can ask this one to. Rap, what can you say knowing na you're playing against some, if not all of the very best that the Philippine VGC community has to offer in, I think, arguably the largest tournament we have?
Wala. Get good. Ayun na yung masasabi ko.
Alright. Yeah, so Rap is a man of little words, but thank you, Rap. Thank you. And I'm always grateful whenever he comes back with the Lumious Titans because it's always great to have a very strong competitor every season. So thank you for that, as well as to all the other captains, no? And on that note, I want to, there are two representatives here, so I don't know who's supposed to be the speaker. May I call on the representative of the Everstone EVs? Just to, briefly introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Ayun,
Yes, ako
our
na lang.
famous Ice Ant-Man. Take it away.
What do I do?
Introduce
introduce
yourself
myself?
briefly, yeah.
Oh,
just
okay.
introduce.
Yeah, hello guys. I'm Ice and I'm the team captain of the Everstone EVs. Yun lang. Ano ba?
Well, okay, we can move on then. So, for all of those who don't know, actually, Ice was the leader of the first guest team in the PPL's history, So, Ice, I think it's best to ask you a question I asked earlier. What advice can you give to people who are hesitant to join a league such as this, no? Because I know some people would be intimidated to join something like this, but you dove right into it, the thick and through, and after one season, you eventually became a champion in the very next. So, yeah, do you have anything to share on that note?
Um, ano ba? When I first got into it, kasi I really didn't know what to expect. I invited my friends lang, as in they're not even that interested in VGC. Pero sabi ko, let's do this just for fun, And then, actually, feeling ko ako lang ata yung nag-enjoy. So, that's why I kept going back in, even if may slight burnout ako. And I think I would encourage people who want to learn VGC to join this. Because dito talaga this is where you learn It's actually what I feel with the PPTL is to be honest, medyo nakaka-pressure yung pagka-high stakes compared to competing in yung mga standalone tournaments. But I feel like this is where you really learn, because you learn together with your teammates, and even learn with some of your opponents because mababait naman yung mga tao dito. So, ayun.
Yeah, I think our community can be quite welcoming on that note, no? And to ride on that, I want to invite for the note of being welcomed. So one of the newest teams to have joined us, their captain is here. So Riku, if you're there, we would love if you could just introduce yourself briefly.
Ayan. Hi guys. So, ako yung captain ng Dorado Smasher, si Q. Returning player since PPTL 6 lang. So, actually first time maging captain, kaya napakadaming bago para sa akin. So, through the experience nga, actually parang mas captain pa sa akin si Asteris, being the vice captain of the Dorado Smasher. Mas talaga siya, grabe. Saludo ko, it's really worth it para sa akin na steal ko si Asteris last minute nung drafting talaga, na kahit na baguhan yung puro teams namin, all of the players almost baguhan walang record, pero ang ganda ng nakuha kong tawag dito, investment sa kanya, pati kay Ramcore. Ang galing talagang. Ako yung captain, pero ako yung sa mga pinakamababa yung win rate. Pa ako ng mga bago yung talaga sa VGC.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's fine. You're doing great as it is. No, it takes a lot to lead a team pa rin. And you took that step, which many others wouldn't. So I applaud you for that.
Ayun. So yeah, yun lang po.
Yeah, I was supposed to ask you a question, but you answered it already. So ang galing na predict mo yan. So thank you for that. So, unfortunately, kasi may bedtime yung captain ng Balonlea Bayonets, no? Kasi baby pa siya. So, we have one of his players standing in for him, and I've known him for quite a while. As I like to call him a good friend. So, Mole or Rain, could you introduce yourself?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, could you just...
I can't hear yung mga teams kasi na mas mababa sa rankings namin
ganun ba?
Paulit na lang one more time, please.
Teka lang, kikik muna kita from the voice room. I think you're trash talking the wrong person here.
I'm kidding, of course. Pero thank you, Francis. Yeah, this is actually my second season then. Third na pala. Yeah, this is my third season. I only joined Balonlea. The previous season, Brent somehow bet it on me, pero I enjoyed my time previous season, and Brent picked me up ulit. So ngayon, our captain can't really join us for tonight since he's been studying the entire day. Medyo EP na ang aming captain. For just a quick shout out to the Balonlea Bayonets boys, the BB girls. More specifically kay Penglin. He was actually the heart and soul, yung rookie namin. So Penglin actually, siya lahat nag-team build, lahat ng mga teams namin. All the EV spreads, all the testing, siya talaga yung nagbuhat sa amin. So thank you, Penglin.
Yeah, and on that note, no, I played against him and I got the chance to talk to him. He's definitely one of the promising new players that I think everyone should watch out for. So yeah, thank you for that. And I think you in itself you already gave an idea of what this league is now, and it can be welcoming, especially one full of teamwork. So thank you for that, Rain. So we don't worry, everyone. We will get right into it quickly. I just want to give this moment of recognition to the other representatives here, no? Kasi while I do love that everyone supports this league as well as playing in it, I give a special kind of respect to those who are moving their teams and lifting them up, to if only to help the competitive circle of the Philippine Pokemon Team League. So in that, I'd like to call on the next representative. I call him a rebel because he was part of my last team, but now leading his own team, which I'm also, of course, proud of. No, I love it when I see former teammates leading on their own now. So I'd love it if you could introduce yourself, Jasper from the Little Root Legends.
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Jasper, the team captain and manager of Little Root Legends. And as you all know nga, na I was a former teammate of Tyrant and branded now as a rebel. I formed my own I formed my own team so that for experience din.
And do you have anything to say, just words of advice for those who, they want to join but they're hesitating to join? Do you have anything to share?
As I said nga rin, di ba? Last season, I was in Evergrande Emperors. It was also my first year and rookie season of joining competitive dito sa community natin, and literal talaga na first experience ko in any form of competitive. Uh, di naman di naman sa pagmamayabang na ah, wait lang.
Oh, okay.
Nawala, nawala
Nawala.
ng dial tone.
Nawala. Nawala ng dial tone, sabi ni Rap. But I think we all get the idea of where he was getting at, no? So, thank you pa rin, Jasper, for dropping by. I believe we have one other person before moving on to, I want to give a special speech as well to everyone. But before that, I want to introduce a member of the staff who has gone up and beyond talaga in helping make this league even better than it can already be. Si Chocopao from the Stone Side Fossils. So, Chocopao, I'd love it if you could introduce yourself briefly.
Hi guys, Choco Pao here. So, ayan. Sub na kayo dun sa YouTube channel ni Raka. So, pinelax ko na ngayon. So, actually si Raka, hindi lang siya makaka-attend ngayon. So, due to work. So, ako yung magiging representative ng Stone Side for this stream, no?
Mm-mm. And so, Choco, most people might not be aware. Your first season was last season and you also won it. So, what can you say, playing it at the highest level of competitive Pokemon in this country, knowing na it was your first season last season?
Simula talaga nung nag-start yung season, bali, hindi ko talaga ina-expect na magcha-champion kami. Sabi ko lang talaga na makalaro ko lang yung Mount Rushmore ko. Ayun, familiar ka naman ako sino yung Mount Rushmore dun sa dati kong list. So, yun lang yung talagang target ko nun. Then, matest ko kung nasa na ba ako ngayon sa competitive scene. And unexpectedly, ayun, nag-champion kami sa first season ko. And nabigyan ko ng first franchise win yung Stawan side.
Ayabang, no? You're the one who brought it home for them. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. And as well as for that speech you just gave now. And, before we finally move on to what everyone is waiting for right here, I want to give my own address to everyone present. Well, the first, of course, just like everyone, I want to address my own team. So that's the Evergrande Emperors. And for me personally, I think I am the only one na lang na captain from season 1 all throughout from every season to have competed. And I want to give a shout out to every single person from Evergrande Emperors. That includes everyone who's ever been teammates with me. It's not just this season. Wherever they are now and whatever team they are on, you are still an emperor to me. No? And it also prides me knowing na when they succeed both in and out of Pokemon. Lalo na when they're leading their own teams and winning for other teams, no? It prides me rin. Kasi I know na one way or another dumaan rin yan alongside me. So it prides me with that. And to the rest of the community, I'm so glad that we have grown into what we are now. I always say this with regards to this tournament, that I built this initially to find more friends and as well as find new competition. And fortunately, by the blessing of Arceus, I was given both, no, and the opportunity to lead. So along the way, of course, the competitive drive in me was always there. But as of the latter years, when real life takes over, I have to sacrifice a part of that competitive spirit, if only to just focus on leading the community. So right now, for me, it's already a blessing in itself that I get to help nurture more players to pass through Evergrande, as well as build this league in itself. I'm happy enough to see that my teammates get better. It's up to them na lang if they want to go all the way here, no? So that in itself is my goal, to make everything better for the community, knowing na I don't have much longer left to give here. So I want to give it my all with whatever remaining time I have left to give this game and community. But that aside, we are here, no? So it's time to declare who has made it to the playoffs.
Yes.
And so, so Chocopao is here. And for all of you, Chocopao and I devised the proper order para to milk out the suspense of the order of the playoffs. No? So, before I move on there, I just want to make it clear, our PPL Season 8 database will be made public again after this stream, as well as the match channel of the results from last round will be made open again for everyone. We closed them all lang for the suspense and confirmation lang for the, the scoring and such, to make sure na wala kaming pressure and whatnot. So, how it's going to go is, here on screen, you can see that there are, you see these, there's the first seed, fourth seed, ganon. So, this is actually our bracket right here. I don't know what happened here. The image bugged out ata. So, anyways, I'll just delete it so it doesn't get in the way. But anyways, this is the bracket in itself. There's the upper bracket and there is the lower bracket. So, basic way to explain it is, if you're in the upper bracket and you lose, you fall to the lower bracket. Very simple, diba? Whereas the lower bracket, you lose here, you're out. And this does not exactly show how the bracket is structured. This is just for tonight's stream. The real bracket is present in the database, which we will show again after the stream ends. But for now, you're all stuck here with us. So, to that note, as I call each team, I will say their standing as such. And sorry, someone messaged me just now. Am I sharing my screen on Discord? No, I'm sharing my different screen. Yeah, it's a separate screen. Guys. Anyway, so yeah, this is how it's gonna go. I'm gonna call on specific teams as well as which seed that they belong. Now, yeah, that's another good question. So for this week, there will be no matches. It's always tradition that the week before playoffs is a free week for everyone. Training camp, training arc, shonen arc, whatever you call it. This is your week to do whatever you want with. It's up to your teams how to manage it. So with that, I will be focusing now on this script that Chocopow and I prepared as to the order. So how it's gonna go is I will be spelling out the acronyms here para kasya talaga of the team who made it that far. So, give me a second just so that I can also call out their standing. Hold on. Okay. So, first up that I want to call. Wait, the tab is lagging. Okay. So, the first one I want to call will be the Stow Onside Fossils. So, that's the team of Chocopow. So, syempre walang suspense si Chocopow since he already knows also where they stand, no? So,
Yes.
Chocopow, I will give you the honors to say which placing your team specifically has landed itself into.
Okay, so, yeah, para may suspense. So, finishing at second place this season, in group stage, the Stone side secured the second spot in the upper bracket.
So, yun. So, the Stone Side Fossils are the second seed. And so, they will go against whoever is the third seed for the first round of the playoffs in that regard. The next one we will call on are another team of champions, and that's the Lumious Titans. And unfortunately, the Lumious Titans will not be moving on to the playoffs. No, I'm just joking. I just wanted to mess with some of the people who are present here. Yan o, nag-unmute na si Rap. Magko-contest to, dapat.
Kaya ka nabubu eh.
So, it is with great pride and honor that I'd like to declare that the Stoneside Fossils are the conquerors of the group stage as they finished with the first seed. And so, they will be the first place team in the upper bracket who will face whoever is the fourth seed. So, congratulations to them for such a strong finish. Ano yan?
Ha?
Ang gulo naman. Ang gulo naman itong manager.
Ha? So, onside?
Ay, Lumious Titans. Sorry, Lumious Titans. Lumious Fossils, yan. Oh, Lumious
Yun.
Fossils. Yan, talaga. Cross, oh.
Yun.
Yun talaga. Okay. So, moving on from that, no. The next one, I am going to be calling up are the Everstone EVs. So, ito yung I'm just looking at our script, no, and I'm looking at the standings. So, the Everstone EVs finishing with 17 points, which is astounding. Finish in the 6th place. So, they will move on to the playoffs. So, congratulations to them and to the representatives who are present here, as well as to Ice Ant-Man, no? After winning his own title, he went back to his original team and then pushed them to the playoffs. Galing. So, congratulations to them. And the next one I want to call out are, tama ba tong script natin? yung order. Oh, tama. So the next one that I will be calling to the plate is the team that got the 8th seed. So the 8th seed from the group stage, who I am personally impressed with for going all the way up to here. I'm just making sure that I really do not mess up, no? So with that, I'd like to congratulate the Little Root Legends for making it to the very last spot of the playoffs. So they will be playing whoever is in the 5th seed. And on that note, so we will be doing this carefully. I want to give a special mention first to 2 teams, no? So I will drag this here first for everyone to see. So with that note, I want to give some special thanks to Just Spam Belly Drum, whose captain is Snormax, no? Their team got 4 points and they finished at 12th place. They only got the last place because of a tie-break score. But nonetheless, I wanted to give a moment of recognition to the team for fighting it out all the way. And the beautiful thing is, every team, as Chocopao told me in private, was able to bag a win at the very least. So I think that in itself is, the consolation na lang that each team can go home with at the very end of it all. So thank you to all the members of Just Spam Belly Drum, and I hope to see all of their players compete again, because I know there are some players among them that are talented and at the same time have the potential to get even stronger. So thank you. So the next team that I want to give a moment of salute to are the Anistar Assassins. So an old team as well from last season, and being led this time by their captain Vasti. So they finished at 11th place with also 4 points. The tie-break score only put them above Belly Drum. So that's why they are 11th place. So thank you to those in the Anistar Assassins. Again, I'm always grateful for people who would lead the team or organize one. So thank you to Vasti and whoever else is helping him lead the team. I really love it when we have people who are willing to contribute to such a community. So thank you to these 2 teams. But unfortunately, they will not be able to move on to the playoffs. So moving back to the invitationals, we will be calling on next the Balonlea Bayonets. So, due to the remarks made by the players of the Balonlea Bayonets to me, I will be disqualifying them from moving further in the league. No? I have taken it long that hanggang doon na lang, ha? Hanggang doon na
I
lang
guess
yung
we'll
kaya
just
ko.
go pro in Pal World.
Just go
It's
pro
fine.
na lang in Pal World. Doon na lang kayo, wag na lang dito. Gumawa na lang tayo ng server dyan. But, that aside, I am pleased and proud, of course, for the Balonlea Bayonets in whatever achievements they can get, because originally, when I started playing Pokemon, I was a creative trainer. And nowadays, sometimes I'm not as creative as them. Ibang klaseng creative sila eh. So with that, I always love to see it when their team succeeds. And as I said in the past years, they're literally a team that is, it's waiting to happen. They're a team waiting to happen to become champions. And although they didn't get first place in the group stage this time, I'm proud to say that they were able to get the 3rd seed. So congratulations to the Balonlea Bayonets, who will be
Thank you,
facing
Penglin.
the Stone Side Fossils in their first round of the playoffs. So congratulations to that team. Okay. I'm just confirming the script. So after giving due recognition to the Balonlea Bayonets, I want to say, and of course give my salute, and I'd love it if you could all also give your salutes to. Let's give our respects to the 10th place team, who will unfortunately is the third team that will not move on to the playoffs. And so I'd like to give recognition to the Hearthom Hexorcists, who finished at 10th place with 9 points this season. And unfortunately, this is as far as their journey goes. So I'd like to salute their captain Zenith, and I believe si Rob yung parang vice captain nila, no? So I salute them all in their endeavors for fighting, and they really tried to fight it out talaga. And I've seen how hard they really tried to pull it off in the middle of the season. So I think everyone can recognize that effort put in. So my hats off to your team and everyone else in it, and I'd still love to see all of you compete again. So yeah, respects to the team. Unlike the lack of respect Lychee is giving me in the chat, no? So, kala nyo I'm not reading it. Anyways, so moving on. Now we are here to according to Chocopaw's script for me, I am to announce two teams at the same time. It is the placing of both the Levincia Leviathans and Evergrande Emperors as to where both teams will be located in the playoffs bracket. So let me just pull up the score. Okay, I'm confirming it. All right. With a total score of 17 points, the Levincia Leviathans will be advancing to the playoffs in the 5th seed. So they could not go all the way to the upper bracket as they fell short on the points needed. And because of the Levincia Leviathans being among the other teams in contention to getting to the upper bracket, it left the Evergrande Emperors open to stay within it. So the Evergrande Emperors are the 4th seed, in the playoffs. So, yeah. And Chocopaw and I actually prepared a script for this, no? Chocopaw, you're there. Are you still there? Do you remember our
Yes.
script for this? So, ikaw na lang magsabi ng script natin for this, no?
Actually, yung dalawang team, sobrang dikit nung scores nila. To the point na ang naisip na nga lang namin ni Francis na way para ma-settle yung scores nila through duck race eh.
Yeah, but yeah, the nice thing rin that we also discovered, other than joking around, is that history has repeated itself. No, and for those of you that don't know, in season 6, so if you look at the upper bracket right now, the Lumious Titans and Evergrande Emperors faced each other in season 6 in the very first round of the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Stoan Side Fossils and Balonlea Bayonets faced each other in the lower bracket of that same season. So history repeats itself, and old rivalries have been reborn here in the upper bracket. So we'll have to wait and see with that regard. Now it leaves us with only one invitational spot left for the playoffs. And it is between two new teams, between the Duraludon Smashers and the Mesagoza Mascaras. And it does leave me with a heavy heart, having been torn between choosing between two amazing teams. But unfortunately, the numbers do not lie. No? It was a close fight between two teams with the score of both having 15 points and 14 points. So just a 1 point difference for the one who will advance. And the team that will be moving on to the playoffs is none other than the Mesagoza Mascaras. So from the Negros region, they will be going all the way to the Indigo Plateau to try and prove themselves the very best. And with that regard, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to the Duraludon Smashers who finished at 9th place. With their captain, Rikyu Sensei, who spoke earlier, with the team finishing 14 points, which is impressive in itself no, for a new team. So I give my hats off to all the players that comprise the said team. And I'd love to see them all fight in the next season. So with that, we now have our 8 teams that will be moving along. And since it is now discovered, I can finally share this on screen for all to see that it is definitely determined through the numbers. Hold on. There we go. So again, there is no mistaking it. These are all the numbers and they do not lie. They will be made visible for everyone to see, as well as the match results channel from the last round. For all of those who were not able to make it, I want to share some words, no? Because there was one season where my own team also did not make it to the playoffs. A lot of people always deem my team as, you know, some great team, having really good accolades and results. But our team, unfortunately, did not make it in one season. So I know how it feels being left out. And I hope that just like my team and myself, that your fire does not burn out. While it is just a game to have fun with, it's also something that I'm sure everyone wants to win at. And in that regard, I do hope that the fire in all of you does not burn out and you come back next season stronger than ever, wanting to prove yourselves even more. For the 8 teams that will be moving on, words cannot express how impressed and amazed I am at all the feats that you have all shown in order to get this far. It is very difficult, trust me, to reach this level of the Pptl. And you can ask all the other veterans. It is very difficult to reach this far, let alone win it all. Moving forward, there will no longer be any blind drafts. So that's the difficult thing as we are here now. And everything will be captain's draft moving forward. And yeah, the unfortunate thing, however, which I forgot to mention, is that a lot of teams have sacrificed in order to get this far. And I think the one I am also hoping to see pull it off nonetheless will be the Mesagoza Mascaras, considering what they sacrificed last round. No, apparently last round, so Chocopao and I confirmed it ourselves that they did have to make a substitution last minute in order to make this happen. And the player they substituted out was one of their powerful players. And unfortunately, because of the rules, that player will not be able to fight for the next round. So, best of luck to the Mesagoza Mascaras despite that. For the Little Root Legends, they are also in themselves going to be facing a challenge, considering that it seems their steam has slowed down. But nonetheless, I'm sure they've already proven themselves to be a dark horse to reckon. For the Everstone EVs, who have found themselves to be a powerful team despite their difficult origins. They are now led by a seasoned leader. So I can't wait to see what they have to pull off against the Mesagoza Mascaras, which is just befitting considering that they were first round opponents when this season just started. To the Livincy Leviathans, they are the epitome of a Magikarp turning into a Gyarados. From last season being a ragtag team that no one second looked at, to now a team that almost made it to the upper bracket. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I am really looking forward to see how well they can do at this level of the stage. To the Balonlea Bayonets, they are a veteran team who have been here for quite a while but have just not achieved the level of success that they have always wanted. And yet here now they stand third place among 12 powerful teams in the most difficult league in the Philippines. And this time around with a core surrounded with amazing talent. So we have yet to see how far such talent can truly take them now that we are in the end game. To the Lumious Titans, who have conquered the group stage with astounding records and success, we shall see if they can reclaim their throne which they once lost last season. But nonetheless, it cannot be denied that they are a team of titans. To the Stow Onside Fossils, the reigning champions, we shall see if they can prove themselves to be the second team historically to win back-to-back. Being led by Raka Babanto himself for a rack-to-rack championship, potentially, no? So we shall see on that regard. And lastly, but not the least, to my team, the Evergrande Emperors, whom I'm so proud with as to their recent results, considering that it was only just last week that we really took the time to have practice, because the whole league we did not practice at all together and we were all doing things on our own. So it really gladdens me to see that we elevated ourselves in just the span of less than a week. So with that regard, I am so proud to all of the teams that advanced, as well as, of course, to those who unfortunately will not be able to. And with that, I'd like to close out the evening to say that thank you to everyone who has helped make this league better and better with each passing season. So thank you everyone and good night.